Hawa Hawa. Much love to everybody out there. Much love to the family. Much love to the tribe. Much high. Stick on this water a little bit. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. I can't even talk right. Because it's really a lot on my mind. And I gotta present this, and I'm gonna need all the vibration I can get, because it's not a topic I really want to address. Wow. And I'm gonna try to address it anyway, because I think it's something that we need to address. So I hope that I don't come across the wrong way. But, it's just kind of trippy. You know how life works, how the vibration works? I started doing the why the first commandment is, and breaking that down, going back to foundation. And, you in that, I express how, the only thing thicker than blood is a person's God. And, I was checking out Ms. D and Dr. Cloud Awakening, her spoken word. Y'all know I love that poetry, so, you know what I'm saying? Much love for that. But, it was real. We got these travesties and devastations going on, and this is all on top of the other travesties and devastations that were going on. So I want to make sure that what we get into today is something that you can get the babies out the bathwater, as it were. I hope it generates conversation. Is really what I want. I want conversation. Because I think it's something that we need to talk about and address. Now, going from that, right? Perspective. Lately, and not even just lately, but there's often has been a call for some type of unity, and that call for unity is alluring, because who don't want peace? Especially peace in their family. Who don't want peace in the home? Who don't want peace in the neighborhood? Who don't want peace at the grocery store? Who don't want peace when they go out, to a restaurant? And yet we keep hearing this call for unity. Now, the call for unity gave us a lot of drama. The call for unity has from the various and myriad of different perspectives, given us a lot of different ways to look at things. But as somebody who's in search for indigenous truth, when I understand that we don't speak English, that's not our vibration. That's not how we rock. That's not how we roll. And yet, how with these words, spells are cast. And I don't mean no disrespect. I really don't. But I think we need to hold up on this unity thing. And the reason why I say that, and don't get me wrong, I'm a firm believer. As indigenous people, we believe in consensus. So if y'all think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Correct me. You know what I'm saying? If you don't think I'm wrong, if you don't want to correct me, then what type of brother is you? Apparently you're not my keeper, right? We don't give a shit. But in any case, I think we are not using the right word to express or convey what we're trying to convey. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because the one thing we always say in the search for indigenous truth is what? Come on, quick. 1, 2, 3, quick. What do we always say? Dodge the hijack. If you've looked at the last 6 months worth of videos that all the different usual suspects and New Jack has been bringing out, it's all been about dodging the hijack, not just in the information itself, but what's been going down and the reason why we got hijacked in the first place. Right? Or am I just looking at things incorrectly? And again, if I'm wrong, tell me. Correct me. Don't let me. But if I'm not wrong, then I hope you hear me. Because I want to say this with this understanding, because we're going to get into the lesson. I wanted to preface the lesson with what I'm saying now. And I'm going to say, with one eye, we need our reason over passion. But with our other eye, we need natural, by law, shout out to the homies, natural over normalcy, over normal, so that we can get a perspective and see a horizon and see what's there and what's coming at us. Because every time you hear about this unity stuff, there's this magic word called black to go with it. And I can't, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying not to let that bother me. But I know what the word black means. And is black the only banner we can come together under? You feel me? And I get what Brother King would say when he said, look, man, we know about hey ya. We did the research and did our homework. And it goes back to Hawa. I mean, I was the first person to say, you can go back into his video, look at the comments when he first dropped Hawa. And I said, look, man, until I can get a surety, until I can get some clarity, I gotta rock with hey ya. But that's not, don't get me wrong, I'm still saying, you know what I'm saying? But you see that I'm saying more freely Hawa. I'm trying to get back to the indigenous truth. So, but again, if you look back at the last 6 months of videos, 9 months of videos, the last year of videos, it's all been about dodging this hijack. And I feel like this is a hijack. You know, I'll give you an example. What do we hear as black people, quote unquote, so-called? Why don't y'all black leaders? Wow. Why don't your black leaders stand up? Where's your black leaders? Now, how do you want me to break that down? First of all, I'm not black. So do I have to go into a dissertation just to explain to you that I'm not black? Despite the fact that that's how you see me, in order for me to operate in true vibrational reality, I can't let that slide. Wow. I can't not try to be righteous and allow you to bear a false witness against me. Because we're only talking about the commandments. And what do we know? That the The commandments are actually written in Paleo Picto Hebrew and Los Lunas. Yo, a Decalogue stone, man. You can't get more indigenous truth than the commandments. Can we? No, we can't. So let's take a step back and let's kind of review some things. Let's take a step back because I guess I want to take I guess I'm going on for a minute here, but I guess I want to take a parallel timeline in history type of perspective. Now, I'm not discarding the data, but I am discarding or I have problems with it. I'm in conflict, y'all, with the interpretation of the data. So I hope that little rant makes sense, and we gonna get into it. We gonna bring it. We gonna keep the waters flowing, and let's go through this. Much love to Brother King for the Drop Nation, putting this together so we can have a one-stop drop. As always, it ain't about J's too. It ain't about shit. And now, let me say that again. If it ain't about J Stew, how why stew, then it ain't about shit. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I want, when you hear that, I hope after I'm done today with this one, you would hear that differently than whatever is the first thing that may be popping up in your head. Because I had to catch myself with it, and I have to take a step back, because we all suffer from this 440 frequency radiation. Some worse than others, and some are just strictly double hacks. We've been here before. We've read the books. We're reading the different points in history. So I don't. In that regard, you can't tell me I'm just making shit up. So don't even, if you just think I'm just pulling shit out my ass, get the fuck off my page. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful. This just ain't the one for you. This ain't the video for you. Now, you love some poetry. Y'all want to hear some poetry? Because I like poetry. And here it is. We're going to get into this. And it's tie battle. It's the tie. You got some drop poetry for us called Melanin. Again, just riding this wave. Let's see what the sister got to say on Melanin. Let's have some drop poetry real quick. Right. Wow. We're going to bring that water back too, so don't think we not. Can y'all see that all right? Ooh, I think y'all can see that. I can see it. I can read it on. So y'all should be able to see it. All right, Melody, Sister Ty. It's my calling, my job, or call it my duty to share with you the fountain of youth, family. It is natural substance and is called melanin. It's a genetic product. Am I saying that? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, dirty screen. It's a genetic product that gives you life and intelligence. Your body produces it from your pineal gland. Now they've put it in a bottle to make a quick grand. Century after century, they've been studying and dissecting you so they can live forever by swallowing you and injecting you while infecting you, while you're expecting them to stop expecting you and start accepting you. I ain't never read this poem, y'all. I see it. I set everything up. I went, had me a little quick break, and said, before I had this conversation, let me have it. And it just so happened. Come on, man. And I'm gonna bring that back one more time. I think again, this is real talk. Century after century, they've been studying and dissecting you, so they can live forever by swallowing you and injecting you while infecting you, while you're expecting them to stop accepting you and start accepting you. Yeah, I know that's double talk and double meaning and double play too. Melanin makes you strong. Melanin makes you conscious and provides protection. It gives you courage, gives you confidence, and gives you your complexion, boo. No matter how much they take, one thing is true. They can't produce the melanin that's found naturally in you. Much ha. Hawa hawa. Alright. Get that water flowing. Get that water flowing. Get that water flowing. Can I get that water flowing? Don't tell me I can't get that water flowing. I'm gonna be mad. Nope, I'm gonna just refresh it. Let's just refresh it. Because he probably put up more videos. This dude's been like, Brother King's been like non-stop with it. We're popping up stuff. Okay, alright. He must be asleep. Good. Go to bed, man. Go to bed. Spend time with your family. You've been putting up videos like non-stop. It's okay to take a break. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. My bad. Love Brother King for everything he does for, he do for the tribe, man. Come on, man. Give me my water. There we go. You ain't want to give me my water? Why don't we let that load up? Because if I'm gonna be without water doing this video, I might not post it. But you know what? I will continue on. I ain't got no problem with it. But yeah, man, check out some of these what's the names. Let's see here. This one here, turn the Mother Earth into a machine and AI takeover. That was pretty interesting. Different perspective, pretty weird. Let's see, the weather drop impossible. Irma means Pensacola. Now this one was a good one. Y'all should check this one out. What else we got on here while this loads up? We got the tech drop Samsung. I didn't read this. I didn't look at this one, so I still got to check this one out. I've seen some other corresponding videos and stuff like that, but I didn't really get into it. But we gonna get into it. Believe it or not. I just hope my time don't run out. Maybe I'm making excuses. Been trying to find reasons not to present this drop. Alright, so let's bring it up. But yeah, they got a couple of drops on here. Well, I know what I know my original thought was, but I was even scrolling out in the first place. Check out this, the Dragonflies are kind of cool too. Y'all gotta check that out. But yeah, check out this Modern Marvels about copper. And, related to you, being the copper colored people, copper colored race is found here. And, I'm sciencey, I'm a geek. And, I think I've seen this 100 different times, the same episode, but I have never watched this episode from the perspective of indigenous truth. So, that's just something to think about. Oh yeah, this is a good one too. The Earth Plane by John Edward Killian. I think that's how you pronounce it. Brother, come to find out. You know what I'm saying? So, check that out. That's another good one. That was a good drop right there. All right. And I did get Peru Salam. Just wanted to shout out to you, brother. Checking you out, man. Much love, man. Much love for that. So, just trying to play catch up on your channel. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Look like I ain't gonna have my water. Not gonna have my water, man. That's kind of messed up. Cause I want my water. Don't you want your water? Let's see if we can get our water. I want my water back. Give me my water back. Come on. You gonna do me wrong or do me right? There it is. Come on now. Don't hate. Appreciate. Cool beans. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so we're talking about unity, and you look up the word unity, if you do it through etymology. Unity is a noun, 13th century. State or property of being one, from Anglo-French unite, Old French unite, uniqueness, oneness, from the 1200s, excuse me, from Latin unitatum, nominative unitas, oneness, sameness, agreement, from unus, one, see pi root, oino, one, unique, okay? And the next one you have underneath there is unit, also being a noun. Then we look up. Now, the reason why I was thinking we're using the wrong words, because state of property of being one, okay? And then, but I think what we're trying to say is solidarity, okay? And I don't mean to be a brat, but at the same time, words have power, words have meaning, and I think we're calling, just like with anything, just like in any other indigenous truth and drop that we find, I think we got to make sure we call it on the right word. Does that make sense? We use the right word, especially in this English. You know what I'm saying? So, solidarity, 1829, from French solitaire. Wait a minute, am I saying that right? Solidarité. It's French. Solidarité. Alrighty, communion of interests and responsibilities, mutual responsibility. Okay, acquainted of the encyclopedia, 1765, from solidaire, interdependent, complete, entire, from solide, see solid, adjective with a capital S, the same, of an independent trade union movement in Poland formed September 1980 from Polish Solidarność. I'm saying that correct. And then the next word we have here is DAP, okay, which is a fist bump greeting with various theories as to the origin, the name, and the meaning in African American popular culture by 1972, and controversial during the Vietnam War when the U.S. When used by U.S. soldiers, and it often was regarded by whites as a ritual of black solidarity, probably imitative. Okay, DAP was used in the 19th century for the bounce of a ball or the skip of a stone on water. DAP, meanwhile, is listed in the DAS as African American vernacular, approximately 1950, for aware, up to date, also stylish, well dressed in the latter case, at least shortening of dapper. Okay, I thought that was kind of interesting because there is an actual, written here, black solidarity. You know what I mean? Which I thought was funny because I looked up, trying to find like something with black unity, and I didn't come across it. So we only can take the two words separate in that regard. And I think brother Ed has went over black a lot, pretty viciously. So I'm not gonna do it now, especially since I've already burnt a lot of time just kind of explaining myself. So let's get to some videos real quick. Hold on before that pops up. Let's do this real quick.
But he returns
always
to do what he
fair
loves
use in your caboose.
That is being a vice
Fair
president.
use in your caboose bone. Fair use at all times. Warning, federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of the copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This infringement of copyrights is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news, reporting, teaching, and parody. And the only reason I'm probably reading that for the first time in a lot of videos because of my why is the first commandment. Hold on, brother. Why the first commandment is, I got it. I've been dealing with some copyright issues on the third one, so I don't even know if you guys let's go back. Let's go back. So I don't even know if you guys are even aware, if you can see the video or not. Alright, so what I want to do here is get into this video here. This is Tone Talks. Okay. Forbes report black families on the path to net worth of zero. Meanwhile, iPhone set $1,000 price tag. Again, like I said, I didn't get into the other video, but we're gonna get into that. All right, so let's check this out. Let's listen up, and I want y'all to check out his passion and his reason. So again, I'm not knocking him. I do actually agree with the data, but this black thing, I'm sorry, but check him out.
That you tuning in today. I wanted to come to you with a short piece because of two news stories that came out today that connect for me. I want to start off by saying I want to give a shout out to Simmons College and the Angela Project and the great Baptist ministers that put that project, that economic empowerment project that commemorated 400 years since the beginning of slavery. And it was a powerful event to speak at. You can check that out on my Facebook and my YouTube, my actual speech there. But I want to jump right into what I actually read today out of Forbes.com and how it connects to what we saw from the iPhone.
Wow.
You know, the iPhone 8 and X came out, and they said that the price of the phone is going to be $999. You know, contextualizing that is important. We live in a world today in which the middle black families were $1,700 without the family card. What does it mean that they're willing to set the price at $999? Well, it means everything that I've been telling you for the last year and a half, in video, and for the last 3 to 5 years via articles, which is essentially African Americans, along with a large chunk of the lower section of white Americans, being priced out of this country. Like when I say African Americans, I mean like our whole curve of working age families are being cut out and don't even know it. The reason that they're setting that price point is there is a market, and a large market, of people that can pay that amount of money. And I don't mean leasing a phone right now. I mean that they can actually buy that phone and deal with the consequence if it's broken, stolen, or anything else. Now, for a lot of people that watch this that have never seen the data before, what I want to do is lay out a context of where the data is at and where we're going. You know, I've said before, white America controls 90% of the wealth. There's $94 trillion in household wealth. We have 2.6%, and the top 20% of black homes, which are largely boomers, have almost 90% of that 2.6. But it's not getting better. I think for a lot of us, that's hard to swallow. We've been sold a bill of goods that diversity is leading to opportunity, that coalitions are actually better for African Americans. But what we actually see, the data is showing that it's getting worse and that wealth is calcifying, as I have told you on numerous occasions before. I've recommended capital in the 21st century. But let's make this a little bit more visual. I want to show you an article right here from Forbes, and what that article is saying is, and the title is that median wealth of black and Latino families could hit zero before the century's end. I firmly believe that 1700 is almost so close to zero in context of what black people aspire towards, meaning the top 40 to 50% of black people dream of college and home ownership. But to know by fact that actually is a number that's shrinking, you know, I want to share a section of the article. I'll pull it up. By 2053, black households will have a median wealth of zero. It will take Latino households another 20 years to drop to the same level, according to an analysis by Prosperity Now.
Now, did you just hear that? Zero. Now, it's funny that he says by 2053, okay? Black households will have a median wealth of zero. Now, when I tell you that the millennial reign of Christ is coming to an end, I hope you get a different perspective. Jesus Christ was born, according to Anatoly, in the parallel timelines of history, that if we line everything up, he was born in 1053. In 1,000 years is 2053, according to their calendar, not ours. Their calendar. This is common era calendar, right? Okay. I want y'all to continue to check out. I want to keep going, but I hope you're paying attention to the terms he's using. African American, Black, right? Let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's keep rolling.
Now, in the Institute for Policy Studies, I should disclose that the Institute for Policy Studies are actually a couple of my friends. You know, I write there, and that's inequality.org. You can check out my articles there. They do good work, and essentially, you know, Chuck Collins, Josh Hochschild, for them to say this kind of statement, we have to take that seriously and understand that we are playing right now. That we are out here playing. And it's for those people that don't understand what I mean, you know, between football practice and school shopping, and we're forgetting that we black. And they about to remind us. The reality is the reason that the iPhone is $9.99 is because they don't care if you can buy it. And
I'm gonna stop it right there. I want you to check my man out. Y'all keep digging on it. Keep digging on that. Now, again, I just want y'all to pay attention to context and word magic. Because them playing word magic on us ain't new. We've been Negro, nigger, African American, Black. You know, we can't even, you know, or it's a struggle to claim Native American or American Indian in any shape, fashion, or form. Not that you can't, but you know But then when you do the research on that, and then, you know what, you do your own research on that. But you do your research on that, and you find out that there's not too much of a difference in status in that regard. Yeah, but you do have a different set of laws. I will leave it at that. So let's go to the next video. Again, I want y'all to keep this in mind. You know, unity versus solidarity. Because they're trying to make us all black or all African American. And I'm not trying to be rude, because we're gonna get some drop from one of the brothers who think that they are Moors and they're not. But we're gonna get some drop from him, hopefully, to wrap up the video, to dismount with. But because the brother does bring good information. And again, I'm not against us working together, but I think we need clarity on what we're talking about, because these words do have meaning. All right, so let's bring it back. That was Forbes reports Black family on path to net worth being 0. And again, we'll get into more of the millennial reign of Christ in 2053 when I come back with another video dealing with the next chapter of why the First Amendment is what it is. But I made a promise to myself that I was not going to make another video until I make this King Arthur drop, because Brother King keep dropping these hints in his videos, and I just want to let him know I hear him. I just ain't moved yet, and so I'm gonna just get that done, because there is a lot of dropping the King Arthur story, and I do need to finish that. So as a brother, you know, I'm sorry for bullshitting on that one, but it is what it is. But it ain't. As Brother Lex would say, it ain't. But you feel me. My apologies. All right. So let's get to the next one. And I guess I'm just trying to pick up the energy, because the information is heavy. All right. Now this one here is actually you can catch this one here. I actually got off of 432 to drop. Brother King actually dropped this one out. And again, check this out, man. It gets deep. It's heavy. It's heavy stuff. In the beginning of this, he gets a little preachy, but I'll try to rock with it and if not, I'll try to fix it and skip forward and belly flop. Again, this
Shalom,
is
family.
Oh, sorry about that. Yohanatan Hebrew Prince. It's time to get right and unify. All right, go ahead, dog.
Dedicate your poet, Yohanatan Hebrew Prince, and I'm coming to you on a beautiful day. Today I'm outside. I'm looking at.
Now again, if you've been rocking with me, just remember Egypt, okay? And again, this is kind of heavy stuff. I suggest you go watch it, but I don't disagree with the information.
At the wonderful blue skies, I'm feeling the winds coming across my body, and as I sit here and I think about the Most High and how wonderful He has been to me, and how wonderful He has been to our nation. For this is the day that Yahuwah has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, for His love, His peace, His kindness, His generosity, His strength, His wisdom endures to all generations. Hallelujah. 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 And as I sit out here today, the first thing I want to make sure I do is I want to send thank you to every single subscriber. We have reached over the 20th mark now, going into 21.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna get to the point.
That we become more sinless, so that the Father can accept us back again. If you look on your screen today, I'm coming to you from a very important passage of Scripture. And this Scripture will be Yahushua.
Now, follow the Scripture, pull it up, read it for yourself. He's coming out of Isaiah, and it looks like he's coming straight out of chapter 1. So follow along.
But before I get into this, I need every single member of the nation of Israel, the so-called African American, the so-called black, the so-called Negro. I need your ears today. I need you to listen today. Because when I'm coming at the brothers and sisters, when I'm dealing with you, and I know I haven't put out a vid on you yet, but right now, this is for everybody. But when I start dealing with the sisters, and right now I'm dealing with the brothers, I want you to listen to this scripture and you'll see why. Right now, I had an opportunity to go downtown San Diego. Had an opportunity to do some travel. And when I went downtown San Diego, I saw something that's not put on the brochures. I saw what's not put on the television screen. I saw what's not propagated to the masses about the great city of San Diego. I saw the homeless. I saw Tent City. I saw my brothers and sisters are lined up all the way down the street in a world that nobody knows about. In a world that nobody cares about. In a world that nobody discusses. That's what I saw. And I said, where is this on the television? Brothers and sisters just walking around the streets looking lost. Trying to survive. No thriving at all on those streets. I saw young people. I saw middle-aged people. I saw older people that is a part of my nation. Lined up all down these streets of San Diego. No hope. No dreams. No ambitions outside of surviving. Drug infested. Deplorable conditions of living. But yet and still, my people, yet and still, we still looking for things, and we're still wanting things, but we're not willing to do that which is needed to be done so we can get those things. Because there's only one person going to give it to us, and that's the Most High Yahuwah. So I went down these streets, and you got to forgive me for a little minute. My heart is a little full for what I saw. But as I look down those streets, the only one thing I can think about is, Father, when are you going to deliver the nation of Yisrael? When are you going to come back, Heavenly Father? Most High Yahuwah, when are you going to come back? Because right now, look at my people. My people are suffering. My people are hurt. No matter how beautiful the day is, no matter how good the wind feels, these people are homeless. Have to live in all the elements. And it was just very disheartening. So I'm coming to every member of my nation, and every member of the nations of the world that chooses Yahuwah, Hawa, as their Elohim. It is time to put away the sin. It is time to put away the foolishness. To my people,
I don't mean to interrupt. Did y'all hear that? And I'm not knocking the brother. But I thought it was kind of funny the way he had, I don't know this dude's background. Again, maybe I'm just hearing things incorrectly. But it sounded like he went from more of a, like a GOCC type of video and he trying to say, oh, wow, and got it right. Miss me.
but it's time to stop petitioning the government. It's time to stop sinning. It's time to stop the foolishness that's constant in our community. And it's time for unity. It's time for us to come together. As I told you before, you wonder why the streets are the way they are. You wonder why our community the way it is. You wonder why here in San Diego, the streets are lined up and looking deplorable. You wonder why? Let's look at this scripture. It's very important that we know who we are and whose we are. And I don't care what anybody says.
Whoa. And on that note, I'm going to stop it. Check out the rest of my man's video. It's a good video. Real talk. He's coming from a right place. You know what I'm saying? But again, reason over passion, nature over normalcy. So whose we are? Well, if I'm the Most High, and that's who I belong to, my framer and my shaper, then why am I going to attach myself to somebody who don't have my God, who don't worship the God that I worship, who ain't yoked with me like that? And this is, and again, I want to be clear. That don't mean to step over or look past or this, that. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Because I do still believe in Psalms 1, and we have to believe in Psalms 1. Because when we believe in Psalms 1, it states real clearly that we as individuals and as a group, are two different things. See, the individual is blessed, and the group is righteous. So, the state or property of being one, there's too many people calling for the wrong thing. Not that what they're saying is wrong, but they're calling for the wrong thing, and we've heard this hijack before. In different ways, in different hijacks. What we have to have with others that are not us, because I don't want you to think that I'm against any of my indigenous people, because I'm not. If you look at any of my videos, I've always stated that each person should to find their indigenous truth. If you believe you're from Kim, then get the indigenous truth of being Kim. If you think you are a Moor, get the indigenous truth of being a Moor. If you are Hebrew, then get the indigenous truth of what it means to be Hebrew. Because yeah, we do all have the enemy of my enemy is what? I'll wait. Now how many of you said friend? How many of you said enemy? The enemy of my enemy is huh? Now, just be and I wanna hopefully wrap this up. But remember I told y'all, man, you know, who is the ruler of the underworld? Isn't that Hades, right? Right? Now, they put more truth in their fiction and more fiction in their truth. Don't they have a movie series called Underworld books as well?
Wow.
Oh, wow. And it's about what? The Lycans, the werewolves, and who? The vampires. Now, on one hand, we just got Brother King dropping a video talking about that he's describing a vampire through and through. These Ethiopians, or Ethiopians, because they're not Ethiopians. It's spelled with an A, not with an E. I don't know. We can get into phonics, and I get phonics, but how it's spelled ain't how it's spelled. And we have Hawa. But he's describing vampire. And then what do we go back and see? Well, Christopher Columbus said he's a dog man. And we went over that with natural by law, right? These dog men of Canaan. So you actually are living out this war between the Lycans and the vampires. Who are the Lycans? Who are the vampires? Well, we're discovering that the vampires like to eat dragons. We're also discovering that those Lycans, those werewolves, they just like to go out and conquer, right? Right? See, they don't want a tribe. You got to be a part of the pact and form a pact. Again, confederacies and stuff. But in any case, let's go to the next one. Okay. And at the same time, I don't want you to think that this doesn't attach to the question on the table. Who are these royals? Because now that we have something that has caused us to ask questions differently, or it should be. Well, let's dig on it. This is U.S. government on black people being corporations. Now, check this out.